Lil Durk. On November 6th, King Von goes to a hookah lounge where Quando Rondo is at, walks up to Quando Rondo and punches him in the face and starts hitting him. As Lil Tim gets out the car, Quando Rondo's associate gets out the car and then shoots and kills King Von. This would start a chain reaction of fans trolling Lil Durk to slide for Von. 2 years later, Quando Rondo and his cousin Lil Pab are in Los Angeles, stopped at a gas station where a group of armed and masked men start shooting up his car. Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pab will unfortunately die in this situation. Fast forward October 2024, the FBI picks up Lil Durk from near an airport, believing that he was the one who hired these men to carry out the hit on Quando Rondo and Lil Pab. Flights that the gunmen took were booked using OTF credit cards. The FBI also has wiretaps and also text messages that link OTF and Lil Durk. There's also rumored to be some rats in this case, but in my opinion, being a rat is no worse than being a snake, and that's what YNW Melly is being accused of. He had murder on his mind. According to the police, on October 28, 2018, two Treasure Coast rappers were driven to the hospital around 4 in the morning. Yes, they were at the hospital, but they were already dead, filled with bullet holes. These two rappers were named YNW Juvie and Sack Chaser. Juvie and Sack Chaser were a part of a group known as YNW, a rap collective that was started by Jamel Demons, better known as YNW Melly. Melly and Borland were the ones to be known to drop off Sack Chaser and Juvie at the hospital, be the last ones with them. Melly and Borland are the ones suspected to be the murderers because they were the last to be with Sack Chaser and Juvie, as well as drive around with their dead bodies for an hour until dropping them off at the hospital. Nobody really knows what happened that night, but Melly has been in jail since 2019 and he was arrested in 2018 for these murders. He had a mistrial in July of 2023 and he's waiting his retrial, which is scheduled in September 2025. Bitch, I got my own if I don't need security in the club. Who shitty? His real name is Lontrell Williams. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to a firearm conspiracy charge. The two charges are related to two separate incidents involving guns. The first occurrence happened in October of 2020 when the Memphis rapper was involved shooting outside an apartment complex in Miami. Second incident took place in June of 2021 at Miami's King of Diamonds strip club. Hey, he really lives his raps. He don't need no security. He got his fire in the club. That's why his ass is in jail. He was incarcerated June 8th of 2021 and he has 5 years until he's getting out of jail. Speaking of living your raps, this rapper has 55 years until he's getting out of jail. TK47. He was incarcerated June 30th of 2017. TK, born as Tamor Trayvon McIntyre, was sentenced on July 23rd of 2019 and he had received 55 years for the robbery and murder of 21-year-old Ethan Walker. He was also sentenced to 30 years in prison on one count of aggravated robbery and given 2 additional 13-year prison sentences on 2 other counts of aggravated robbery. The judge just threw the book at this dude. Like, he's never getting out at this point. God damn. As well as some other rappers, TK had some snitches in his case as well. But the messed up thing about that is he was only 16 when he was charged with murder. Damn. A lot of people say that he was just too young to get 55 years. Now he should just receive the lighter sentence. But what do you think? Speaking of sentences, this rapper just got sentenced to 27 months. NBA youngboy was fighting a gun case while on house arrest in Utah. And while he was on house arrest in Utah, he just couldn't stay off the drugs. This man was calling up pharmacies in Utah and pretending to be a doctor. Like, he was writing fake prescriptions for himself just to get high. Like, that is some junky stuff. He probably would have got away with it if he was able to pronounce the prescriptions right and ask for the right amount of dosage. Now, this all happened earlier this year, but November of 2024, he was sentenced to 20 months in prison and 60 months of probation, where no drugs and no alcohol is permitted to him. Now, 20 months is only 2 years and 2 months in prison, but this rapper got 10 years in prison. This rapper is Tory Lanez. On July 12, 2020, Tory Lanez, real name Daystar Peterson, Megan Thee Stallion, and her friend Kelsey Nicole Harris were riding around in Los Angeles when an argument started. It resulted in Megan Thee Stallion getting shot in both of her feet. During the shooting trial, Tory's defense attorney raised questions if a rapper really did shoot Meg. In the end, the jury ruled in favor of Megan Thee Stallion and found Tory guilty on charges of assault with a firearm, carrying a loaded gun, and unregistered firearm neglect, discharge of firearm. Incarcerated December 23rd of 2022. Diddy. What hasn't Diddy done? From throwing lavish parties that end up in sex rituals, to using rappers for exploitation for sex, as well as sex workers, from assaulting everybody that he has a problem with. Diddy is a menace known to society. Blew up Kid Cudi's car because he thought he was talking to Cassie. Like, this man needs to be locked up in jail. We're gonna say the reason he's in jail is for every reason that you can be in jail. He's a freak. Now, this rapper might have not gone to a Diddy party, but he definitely looks like he goes to Diddy parties. 6ix9ine. In 2018, at the height of his rap career, Tekashi 6ix9ine and Anon Trey Bloods got hit with a RICO charge from the FBI. In 2019, he will cooperate with the feds and end up getting released on house arrest. Fast forward a couple years, he finds himself behind bars after violating his probation in connection to his plea deal from back then. Just like Tekashi 6ix9ine, this rapper, Fetty Wap, he was at the height of the rap industry in 2015 and 2016. Everything that he released was a banger. But in October 29, 2021, he was released on bond, taken back into custody August 8th of 2022 for charges of drug trafficking. He was then sentenced to 6 years in prison. Fetty Wap is one of 5 other individuals charged with distributing over 100 kilos of heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, crack cocaine in the New York City area.